So, good morning everyone. My name is Julia Montal, and today I'm going to talk to you about the roles of the teachers. Here you can see the outline of my presentation. First of all, I'm going to talk about what is a teacher. Then I'm going to introduce you the different types of teachers that we have: the explainer, the involver, and the enabler. Then I'm going to talk to you a bit about the process of learning, and then I will do a brief conclusion about what I have said. So now let's move towards a teacher. The word teacher is defined as a person whose job is to teach students about a certain subject, but the word teacher involves much more, and it's important to notice about it. So the teacher is a key element for the development of a class. The figure of the teacher has been studied over years, and there have been different classifications of it. So today we're going to talk about the classification I have said before, the one that recalls the explainer, the involver, and the enabler. So let's start with the first one, that is the explainer, and can be highly related with the traditional teacher or the traditional teaching that we used to know. So if we talk about the traditional teacher, there are some characteristics to take into account. It is often characterized by the chalk to chalk. That means that the teacher is the one who explains and uses the blackboard and puts all the theory there, and the student is the one that has to take notes and learn about this. The learners are expected to ask questions, but not so much because it's not very common, and the learners are the ones who do exercises with the language, but they do not practice this kind of language. Moreover, the teacher is seen as the one who has the authority in class, is the active person, the one that keeps moving around the class, and the student keeps static. The student doesn't move or participate. He just stays there and listen. The teacher, as I have said, is the one who takes the control and decides what to do, and he's the one that organizes the classes as he or she thinks. And as I have said, the role of the student is just to listen, to concentrate, and to take notes. So this kind of teaching has been described also as Jack and Mac. It represents well the roles of both the teacher and the students, because the teacher is the one who has all the knowledge and pours it to the person who doesn't have knowledge, that in this case is the student. So I think that, as we have said, the traditional role of teaching is based on a lecture or explanation by the teacher. It is considered as an efficient method of informing a large number of students, but this kind of teaching doesn't involve the student, and it should be modified. And as we know, this kind of teaching has been left apart, and nowadays it's changing to a more communicative kind of language environment. So secondly, we have the involver. The involver uses appropriate and organization procedures and techniques to help the students to learn. The teachers can do this kind of explanations, that they are the only ones that talk, but the student starts to involve more in the class. So the teacher also tries to make the students participate, and they try to make the students reach interesting conclusions. And finally, we have the enabler one, which is the most interesting and the newest, or the one that is more popular, and it's better for the student, that it's the one who's confident enough to share the control of the teachers with the students. They make the decisions together, they decide what they could do in class. Teacher becomes like a guide or counselor. He doesn't have the authority. He's the one that goes around the class and helps the students, but they are the ones that do the learning process. So in this case, we can see that the enabler one is the better, and it's the one that is a teacher that helps the learning. Okay, so in this case, as we have seen, the learning process has different stages that we as a teacher have to take into account, and it starts with we do something, we recall what happened, we reflect on what had happened, we draw conclusions, and these conclusions are the ones that are really effective for us, but because they will be useful for our future. So in conclusion, we must say that teachers must know that they are working with other people that are intelligent and fully functional, so they should give the students the chance to not just stand in class and listen to him, but they have also to participate with the class and show the improvement and their ideas, because they are also teachers can learn from these students. They are not the only ones who have the knowledge. So that's all from my part. Thank you so much. And if you have any questions to ask, I will be grateful to answer to you and to clear some things that you might have in mind. Thank you.